Have you ever wondered what nightmarish creatures roamed the earth before us? Creatures so terrifying they make our modern predators look like cuddly pets. Picture a world long before humans dominated the landscape, a time when nature was wilder, more unpredictable, and a whole lot scarier. These were not your ordinary creatures. Imagine beasts so monstrous they would make your skin crawl and your heart race. We're talking about animals that prowled the land, soared through the sky, and lurked beneath the water's surface, each with its unique brand of terror. They were the stuff of nightmares, creatures that, had they not gone extinct, would have made our world a much more terrifying place. But don't worry, these creatures are long gone, leaving behind only fossils and the tales of their terror. Today we will delve into the dark corners of our planet's history and uncover 10 of the most terrifying extinct animals. Imagine a sloth, but not the cute and slow one we know. Picture a monstrous beast as tall as giraffes, with claws that could rip apart anything in its path. This is the giant ground sloth, a terror of the Pleistocene epoch. Unlike their modern-day relatives, these creatures were colossal, reaching up to 20 feet in height when standing on their hind legs. Their long, powerful limbs were equipped with sharp, curved claws that could easily tear through flesh and bone. The giant ground sloth was a herbivore, but don't let that fool you. When threatened, it would become a formidable opponent, using its immense size and deadly claws to fend off predators. Its aggressive nature, when provoked, was enough to give even the bravest prehistoric predators pause. Even though it was slow-moving like its modern-day counterparts, you wouldn't want to accidentally stumble upon one of these during your evening stroll in the prehistoric wilderness. Indeed, the giant ground sloth was not a creature to be trifled with. Next, we dive into the depths of the prehistoric oceans to meet a fish that makes the great white shark seem like a guppy. Welcome to the world of Dunkleosteus, a prehistoric leviathan that ruled the seas roughly 360 million years ago. This was no ordinary fish. Dunkleosteus was a colossus, reaching lengths of up to 10 meters, or about as long as a school bus. But size alone wasn't what made it terrifying. Dunkleosteus was armored. It wore a shield of bone, protecting it from predators and making it a virtually unstoppable force in the ocean. And then there was its jaw. Imagine a pair of shears capable of cutting through steel. That was the jaw of Dunkleosteus, a tool of destruction that could snap shut with a force of over 6,000 newtons. This underwater behemoth was not just big and strong, it was ferocious, a predator that ate not just fish, but other Dunkleosteus as well. The Dunkleosteus was truly a terror of the deep. From the depths of the ocean, we moved to the dense jungles. Here we encounter a snake so large it could swallow a man whole. Meet the Titanoboa, a slithering behemoth that ruled the ancient rainforests of South America. Imagine a serpent as long as a school bus, weighing more than a ton, and you'll begin to grasp the enormity of this creature. The Titanoboa's diet was as colossal as its size. It feasted on giant turtles, crocodiles, and anything else it could wrap its powerful coils around. Its constricting force was so mighty it could squeeze the life out of its prey in mere seconds. Habitually, the Titanoboa preferred the dense, humid jungles and murky waterways of the Paleocene epoch. It was a master of stealth, lurking beneath the water's surface, waiting patiently for its next meal to wander too close. The Titanoboa was a true titan of the prehistoric world. Our next nightmare-inducing creature is none other than the fearsome Smilodon, also known as the saber-toothed tiger. This beast was not your typical feline. With a robust build, the Smilodon possessed strength that could easily overpower its prey. It was about the size of modern lions, but considerably bulkier, making it a formidable predator of its time. But what made the Smilodon truly terrifying were its teeth. Its signature twin fangs were long, curved, and sharp as daggers. These saber-like canines could grow up to 7 inches long, perfect for piercing through the thick hides of its prey. The Smilodon was not just about brute force, though. It was a skilled hunter that employed stealth tactics, ambushing its prey from close quarters. This meant it didn't have to chase down its meals, saving energy and ensuring a high success rate. The Smilodon was a predator that ruled its domain with an iron paw. It's a chilling thought to imagine what it would be like to encounter this prehistoric nightmare. Now, let's return to the ocean depths to meet the Mosasaurus, a marine lizard that made the seas its hunting grounds. This colossal beast was not to be trifled with. Reaching lengths of up to 60 feet, the Mosasaurus was larger than most modern whales, and its diet was just as impressive. It feasted on a smorgasbord of oceanic delights, from fish and squid to other marine reptiles and even unfortunate birds that strayed too close to the water's surface. But what made the Mosasaurus truly terrifying was its teeth. Imagine a mouthful of razor-sharp daggers, each one over a foot long, designed to rip and tear through flesh with ease. Combine this with a body built for speed and agility in the water, and an aggressive nature that made it a relentless hunter, and you can see why the Mosasaurus was truly a nightmare of the deep. The Mosasaurus was the undisputed ruler of the seas. From the seas we moved to the land to meet a creature that would make anyone with a fear of insects faint on sight. The Arthropleura, a name that sends a shiver down the spine. This colossal creature was nothing less than a giant millipede, stretching up to 8.5 feet in length. Yes, you heard that right, the size of an average adult human. This nightmare-inducing critter had a diet that was primarily vegetarian. Despite its terrifying appearance, it munched on decomposing vegetation, making it one of the largest known land invertebrates of all time. Imagine walking in a forest and instead of a cute squirrel scampering across your path, you encounter this monstrous millipede. Its appearance was as intimidating as its size. With a heavily armored exoskeleton and multiple pairs of legs, the Arthropleura was a sight to behold. A sight I believe we're all glad we don't have to witness today. The Arthropleura was an insect of nightmares. Now let's take to the skies to meet the Argentavis, a bird so large it could carry away a full-grown man. This feathered monster was the king of the prehistoric skies, with an incredible wingspan stretching up to 23 feet, roughly the size of a small airplane. Just imagine the shadow it would cast as it swooped down upon its prey. The Argentavis was not a picky eater. Its diet consisted of both live prey and carrion, making it a formidable predator and scavenger. Its powerful talons, capable of crushing bones, were its primary weapons, used to snatch up prey in a swift, terrifying strike. But it wasn't just the Argentavis's size and diet that made it such a terror. It was the bird's incredible strength. With a body built for endurance, the Argentavis could fly for hours on end, scanning the ground below for its next meal. The Argentavis was the terror of the prehistoric skies. Back on land, we encounter the Spinosaurus, a dinosaur that even made the T-Rex nervous. This terror of the Cretaceous period was a behemoth of unmatched proportions. Towering over most of its contemporaries, the Spinosaurus measured a staggering 50 feet in length, with a spine that rose over 6 feet high, giving it a sail-like appearance. This dinosaur was not a picky eater. Its diet consisted of fish, small dinosaurs, and whatever it could get its powerful jaws around. Speaking of jaws, the Spinosaurus had a set of them that were quite formidable. Not only were they equipped with cone-shaped teeth, perfect for gripping prey, but they also had a force of bite that could shatter bones. The Spinosaurus was aggressive by nature, always ready for a fight. Its gigantic size, coupled with its terrifying spine and powerful jaws, made it a force to be reckoned with. The Spinosaurus was a dinosaur that commanded respect. Once again, we dive into the ocean to meet the Megalodon, a shark so large it could swallow a whale. This giant of the deep blue was the heavyweight champion of the prehistoric seas, dwarfing even the largest of today's great whites. Its name, Megalodon, fittingly translates to big tooth. And boy, did it live up to that name. Imagine a set of teeth almost 7 inches long, capable of slicing through flesh and bone like a hot knife through butter. Its diet? A smorgasbord of marine life, from giant squids to prehistoric whales. The Megalodon was a creature of monstrous proportions, its size and power unmatched by any other shark in history. Just the thought of this colossal predator lurking in the depths is enough to send shivers down anyone's spine. But don't lose sleep over it. This oceanic titan swam its last some 2 million years ago. The Megalodon was a shark like no other. Finally, we return to land to meet the king of the dinosaurs, the Tyrannosaurus Rex. This colossal creature was a force to be reckoned with, standing at a staggering 40 feet in length and reaching heights of up to 20 feet. Its sheer size was enough to send chills down the spine of any creature that crossed its path. The T-Rex was not just large, but incredibly powerful. It boasted a robust skeletal structure, allowing it to exert enormous strength. But perhaps its most terrifying feature were its teeth. The Tyrannosaurus Rex had a mouth filled with serrated, banana-sized teeth, perfectly designed for tearing into flesh. These teeth, combined with its powerful jaws, could exert a crushing force of up to 12,000 pounds. That's equivalent to the weight of an average-sized elephant. With such a fearsome reputation, it's no wonder the T-Rex was the apex predator of its time. The Tyrannosaurus Rex was the ultimate terror of the prehistoric world.